Here is the latest Associated Press summary. German troops invaded Denmark and Norway just before dawn today. There is no official word of Denmark's reaction, but our State Department has been informed that Norway has declared war on the Nazi invaders. Every chancellery in Europe, as well as our own State Department building, sprang into a blaze of lights as diplomats sought information on the sudden turn of events. But Scandinavia was cut off from telephone communication with Western Europe. Radio was the only means of getting information. The Danish radio in Copenhagen announced simply that German troops were taking over the capital. Then it went off the air. But before that happened, word came that German troops had crossed the southern frontier, that German sailors had landed at 4 different places and were advancing on Copenhagen, with the Danes retreating slowly before them. Then Stockholm heard the Oslo official radio in the Norwegian capital announcing that German troops had landed on Norway's southern coast. Earlier, our own ambassador in Oslo, Mrs. J. Borden Harriman, got in touch with Washington. She told the State Department that the Norwegian foreign minister had told her this country was at war with Germany, that the 4 foreign ships which tried to force their way into the harbor of Oslo late today were German ships, that Norwegian defense guns had fired on them and driven them off. And now, only a few minutes ago, came word from London that the German radio, officially controlled, has admitted the invasion of Denmark and Norway. The Oslo radio put the time of the Norwegian invasion at 3 a.m. today, which would be 10 p.m. last night New York time. It is not known how much resistance the Norwegians are putting up. The intercepted Oslo radio report said that the Norwegian government had abandoned its capital and was moving to Hamar. German forces were said to have occupied Bergen and Trondheim. The crisis was precipitated about 24 hours ago when British warships dropped mines in Norwegian waters in the Skagerrak south to Denmark. That closed the lane by which Norwegian and German freighters have been carrying Swedish iron ore from Narvik, Norway, to Germany. The Nazis need that ore and can get it no other way until the Gulf of Bothnia thaws out this spring and the ore ships come down from Sweden into the Baltic to Germany direct. Norway expressed deep resentment at the action of the British, but Germany maintained an icy reserve. Then German warships attempted to get into Oslo harbor, for what purpose no one knows yet exactly, and a huge armada of 100 German warships was seen steaming out of the Kattegat toward Oslo. London. The following announcement was made by the German radio. The High Command of the German Army announces that in order to counteract the actions against Denmark and Norway and to prevent a possible hostile attack against these countries, the German Army has taken these 2 countries under its protection. The strong forces of the German Army have therefore invaded these countries this morning. You have just listened to a summary of the latest news. NBC and its associate stations from coast to coast will continue to bring you the latest bulletins. Many of the bulletins and broadcasts heard over these stations in the past 4 hours were made possible by the cooperation of the American press and news services and the foreign broadcasting systems, who placed their facilities at the disposal of NBC in order to bring you the latest news. Keep tuned to this station for further details.
This is the National Broadcasting Company.